There is a house on a street you've never visited, and every neighborhood has one. You know the type without seeing it. The lawn is mowed, the mailbox gets emptied. Nothing about it looks wrong, and yet everyone on the street agrees quietly that something about that house is off. You've probably felt it yourself, in some house at some point. A room that made the hair on your arms rise for no reason. You told yourself it was nothing. Old houses feel strange. That's what everyone says. But what if the feeling is real, measurable, and has almost nothing to do with ghosts? In 2000, engineer Vic Tandy was working late in a lab with a reputation. People said they felt watched there, a grey shape at the edge of vision that vanished the moment they looked. Tandy didn't believe it until he felt it himself. Cold, certain something was in the room. He noticed his fencing sword propped against a shelf, vibrating on its own. Most people would have left. Tandy measured instead. He found a frequency of about 19 hertz, below what the ear can consciously register, humming from a fan in a nearby duct. 19 hertz is close to the resonant frequency of the human eyeball. Not loud enough to hear, just enough to vibrate the eye, blurring a shape at the edge of your vision into something that looks like it's watching you, gone the instant you turn your head. Other researchers found the same signature in other reportedly haunted places. Cold spots that lined up with old drafts, vibrations that matched hidden machinery. Not every case, but enough that the pattern couldn't be dismissed. Which brings us back to that house on your street. Here's a detail almost nobody knows. A house with a reputation has a name in real estate law: a stigmatized property. Some states require sellers to disclose it if asked directly. Others don't require disclosure at all. The house with the mowed lawn could carry a history nobody at that closing table is obligated to tell you. Nobody has to lie to you. They just don't have to say anything at all. Picture a family moving in. Slightly below market price. Nobody thinks twice. First few weeks are fine. Then someone notices a room that runs cold at the same hour every evening. Nobody mentions it out loud. Everyone assumes they're the only one. That should unsettle you more than any shadow. Not that something's wrong with the house, that a family can live inside the same unease for weeks without saying a word. Each person deciding it's private when it was never private at all. Psychologists call this pluralistic ignorance, the same mechanism behind bystanders who don't help in an emergency, each one glancing around, seeing everyone else calm, assuming calm is correct. Nobody wants to be the first to admit they're scared, so the silence itself becomes false evidence that nothing's wrong. Eventually, somebody says something, usually a kid, because kids haven't learned to talk themselves out of what they notice. And once it's spoken, everyone feels relief, because now they know they weren't imagining it. Then something worse, because now it's confirmed. Not by a ghost, by each other. Your brain does this constantly, by the way. It's called pareidolia, the tendency to find faces in random noise, a water stain that looks like it's watching you, a knot in wood that reads as eyes. Your visual system will manufacture a face rather than admit a room is empty. Combine that with a hum you can't consciously hear, An old draft and a legal category built around what sellers don't have to tell you. And you don't need anything supernatural to explain why a place can feel wrong. Families like that rarely stay. They tell themselves it's a job change, a better school. Within a year, the house is back on the market, priced slightly below what it should be. A new family walks through, feels nothing yet, and signs. The cold room is still there, waiting for someone new to notice it alone. Somewhere tonight, in a house that looks normal from the street, someone is going to feel a room go cold for no reason they can explain, and tell themselves it's nothing, the same way everyone on that street already has, quietly, assuming they're the only one. There is a house on a street you've never visited, and every neighborhood has one. The strange part was never that nobody can explain it. It's that everyone already has, and nobody has told each other yet.